Hi everybody, this is Julissa. I'm going to show you how to use the invisible zipper for the Project Runway limited edition brother sewing machine model number CE1100PRW for Project Runway, I guess. Anyway, so I'm assuming by now you already know how to change the foot in your machine so you get the invisible foot, the invisible zipper foot, and then you replace that, and then once you have your zipper pinned in your fabric the correct way, and if you guys need help how to do that, I can probably do another tutorial. I know it's been a while, but I'm gonna try, since I'm making a collection now, I'll do my best to create more tutorials as I go. So once you place the fabric under the machine, and you can use the buttons that are under, I believe it's under the bottom on the top, and you can do the minus sign to move the needle around so that it fits. Once it goes down, it doesn't hit the foot, the pedal, but it hits the it goes through the zipper foot. That is very important. So you use the buttons, the minus buttons on the top, and that will, you can see the needle moving closer to the hole so that I can go through it. And then you get started. Make sure, the beautiful thing about invisible zippers is that they're supposed to be invisible. It's a very surprising thing when people notice, oh, there's a zipper here, you can barely see it. When I started doing this, it took me a while to learn it, but everything is practice in life. You gotta keep trying. And if you're like me, I don't like reading manuals. I'm a visual learner, so I don't have time to look at manuals. I just go on here on YouTube and just search for it, and then I'll just do it as I follow along. But anyway, so you pin your zipper, you move the needle, and you go through it, right? And sometimes you have to go twice, but make sure, with your finger. I'm recording with just one hand. Normally I will be sewing with two hands, obviously. Make sure you push in and open the zipper after you iron it a little bit so that it opens up more, right? Make sure you push it with your one hand, that way it can get as close as the zipper teeth, I think they're called, before going. Careful not to go through them, right? Because then it won't go through. And you make sure that you do that, and then sometimes you have to do twice, and as close as you can, and then you do the other side. And then once that's done, one thing before you even go to the other side, make sure you go and grab the zipper and go all the way up. Make sure it's not gonna get stuck, right? Because you don't want to sew it together and then use the zipper, close the zipper up, and think it's gonna be fine, and then it might get stuck, and then you already have the zipper stuck to the fabric, right? So even the first line that you do, I will suggest you close the zipper, make sure you didn't get stuck anywhere, right? Sometimes we don't even realize it. And then once you do the other side, then you're gonna iron everything, make sure it looks good and looks, decent. And then for the bottom of the fabric, you just put it together. And this part is very tricky because this sometimes can take a long time to perfect it and to make it, to make sure that there is not it doesn't mess up the whole idea of the invisible zipper. I did my best with this fabric. I tried to do it a couple times. I used the seam ripper too, but it's the same idea. You go after that zipper is sewn to the fabric. At the end, you match the seams, and then you're gonna go through it. But this one, you really have to push the zipper away. That way, it doesn't get stuck, and you get to the seam allowance as much as you can. But before you even go down the line, make sure that the top of the zipper end, where you ended when you were sewing the zipper, that your new sewing stitch is gonna go a little bit above that. That way when you turn the fabric around, it doesn't show, because it will show like a hole in there, and that's not good. So like I said, this part, the tricky part is the finishing. I think in every garment, the tricky part is the finishing touches. Making this last step is very tricky, but sometimes you use the seam ripper like I did. I couldn't show you obviously because I was using my two hands, but Once you get that done, you iron everything out, and then you can see if you need to do any fixing. But I really hope you guys learned from this, and I believe this machine comes with a zipper foot. I'm not sure if I ordered that separately, but I think it's very useful to use the one that comes with the machine. And once you move the needle around, make sure you're not hitting the stitch selector. Make sure you're hitting the needle machine button so that it can move, and you make it as close as possible to the edge of that zipper. You're gonna be fine. Let me know if you have any questions. Thank you so much everybody for watching. God bless.